Welcome to Fort Bliss, home of the only armored division in the United States Army. From its beginnings as a border fort to its transformation into a state-of-the-art force projection platform able to support missions worldwide, Fort Bliss has been on the front lines of the nation's defense. Established in 1848 to protect newly won territory, the post expanded and then hosted General Pershing and the soldiers of the 1916 to 1917 punitive expedition into Mexico. Through World War I and up until shortly before World War II, Fort Bliss remained a cavalry post. During and after World War II, the installation focused on training anti-aircraft artillery and on the emerging technology of rockets and missiles. In 2005, the Base Realignment and Closure Commission expanded Fort Bliss by transforming it from an air defense artillery post into the home of the 1st Armored Division. This meant an additional 20,000 soldiers along with their families, bringing the average troop strength to over 30,000. To accomplish this, a $6.5 billion construction project led to the U.S. military's largest base expansion since the Second World War. Anyone familiar with the Fort Bliss of 2008 would probably be lost on post today due to the myriad improvements made since then. If you haven't been to Fort Bliss in the last 3 years, you haven't been to Fort Bliss. Today, the combination of premier maintenance and training facilities surrounding Biggs Army Airfield enables Fort Bliss to deploy highly trained, combat-ready soldiers to crisis areas around the globe. The Fort Bliss of today hosts a powerful combination of infantry, armor, aviation, artillery, and air defense brigades, along with a number of specialized battalions. Other major commands on Fort Bliss include the Brigade Modernization Command, the 32nd Army Air and Missile Defense Command, the Army's Sergeants Major Academy, William Beaumont Army Medical Center, and Joint Task Force North. In addition, the 1st U.S. Army's 5th Armored Brigade and the 402nd Field Artillery Brigade prepare individuals and units for missions around the world. Fort Bliss is the home to the largest training area in the United States, larger than the National Training Center on Fort Irwin, the Joint Readiness Training Center at Fort Polk, and all of the training areas of Fort Hood and Fort Riley combined. Because of its mountainous desert terrain, Fort Bliss makes a perfect training location for units deploying to the Middle East. Spread across 1.2 million acres of desert are 29 villages and towns. 9 of them feature cutting-edge technologies that create realistic battlefield conditions. The training area also boasts 58 live fire ranges, 1,700 miles of tank trails, 3 base camps, the Army's largest training simulations complex, and railhead facilities. Biggs Army Airfield, part of Fort Bliss, allows us to serve as the premier power projection platform in the Army. The airfield boasts one of the longest runways in America and most contiguous airspace for training of any Army installation, as well as the most modern and spacious rotary wing maintenance facilities in the Army. Overhead, the 343 million cubic acres of airspace allow training on every weapons platform in America's arsenal, from pistol to missile, from individual tasks to brigade combat team maneuver training. You can do it all here on the Fort Bliss training area. Fort Bliss, along with Holloman Air Force Base and White Sands Missile Range, form the Triad, a joint military and interagency training partnership which allows us to conduct joint integrated fires. We can conduct air-ground integration training with Army Aviation, call-in close air support consisting of F-16s, B-1 bombers, and Reapers from Holloman, and fly our UAVs in support of ground maneuver and strike platforms. Next year, our digital air-ground integration range, which includes the Centennial Bombing Range, will reach full operational capability. Most installations have to send their units to the National Training Center for this kind of joint integrated training, but we have it all right here on Fort Bliss. Fort Bliss boasts Freedom Crossing, a first-of-its-kind outdoor shopping mall which hosts traditional AAFES facilities alongside civilian retail outlets in a 500,000 square foot shopping center. Fort Bliss offers 7 gyms to help keep soldiers and their families fit, including the new Soto Physical Fitness Center, and 10 swimming pools, including 3 at the new Indoor Aquatic Training Center. Soldiers assigned to barracks will find newly constructed, well-equipped, modern facilities. Each brigade is housed in a campus which includes completely new headquarters, maintenance, and barracks buildings. For soldiers with families, Fort Bliss has constructed more than 1,800 new homes spread across 11 communities. These two-story quadplexes have spacious designs with 1,750 square foot 3-bedroom units and 1,850 square foot 4-bedroom units. This year, Fort Bliss broke ground on a new billion-dollar medical campus, which will provide the highest quality of health care in our Army beginning in 2017. El Paso Community College is developing a 70-acre site on Fort Bliss, also to be finished by 2017. This project will create a convenient and modern campus that will provide soldiers and families access to a broad array of post-secondary educational options. It will afford students the chance to transition from an associate degree program to a baccalaureate degree program and on to a graduate degree program. Just outside Fort Bliss's gates is the Sun City. El Paso is a thriving city with a large university campus, a great history, and tremendous southwestern spirit. From nature to nightlife, from collegiate and professional sports to museums, parks, and a zoo, there is something for everyone in this city of nearly 800,000, which enjoys the lowest rate of crime of any large city in America. El Paso area schools perform higher than 70% of the school districts adjoining large Army posts around the country and higher than most schools in America. They provide specialized magnet programs designed to meet the specific needs and career goals of their students. All districts offer an early college high school program, which is specifically designed to provide students with a rigorous course of study. Meanwhile, our teachers, liaisons, counselors, and district administrators participate in Fort Bliss's annual professional development programs designed to enhance their awareness of the unique aspects of military life, transitions, and deployments. Strong and sustained relationships between Fort Bliss and area school districts make Fort Bliss a great place to raise a family. All of this makes Fort Bliss the premier assignment for training and quality of life and the future of the United States Army.